Step into the powder room with Kel.
All right, you're welcome. The time is 8 o'clock right here in Lagos. My name is Kel, and you are very welcome to step with me into the powder room. Yes, this is where we talk all things women, for women, by women, and sometimes by men too. Because if we really do break it down, both genders go through similar challenges. Both genders almost live the same kind of lives, but different in certain areas. And as promised, I'm not always going to have a lady with me on the show. I decided to switch it up today. Yes, I have a man, a very manly man. Yes, I have with me a multi, not just an award, but a multi-award winning Nigerian recording artist, producer, songwriter, and a member of the Grammy Recording Academy. And this is my second Grammy Recording Academy member on the show as well. He's signed to his own self-owned record company titled Cicada Music. I just love that word, cicada, and he's going to have to break it down for us what that means. So his sound is basically, if you threw R&B, pop, Afrofusion, and an earthy wooden bowl, and then you crushed all of those things into bits with cool, calm, and energetic vocals, you would have Mr. Praiz Adejo. Hi.
Let's go, Kel.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm chilling.
It's good to. I don't think we've ever done this before, have we?
No, we haven't. Actually, yeah, this is the first. Actually,
yeah, this is fun. So first of all, before we get into our topic for today, why that name, Cicada Music?
So I mean, it's in my nature to disappear and reappear.
Oh.
And if you know about the insect,
the cicada, yeah,
it disappears and appears, and also has or creates beautiful sound music in their numbers. So yeah, basically I was inspired by those two things.
Yeah, proud. Very proud. But it's okay. You have the talent to back it up. It's okay. So yes, Praiz made his debut with the timeless single Rich and Famous. That's one of my absolutely favorite songs. And he released his sophomore album King and 2 EPs, 2 Minutes and To the Moon. And his new album Reckless has stunned lovers of music, steady breaking boundaries. All right, so our topic today is living in the limelight.
Yeah.
Well, actually, there are 2 parts to it: living and loving in the limelight.
Yeah.
Right. How long have you been in the industry? Because I remember you won. You were second runner up for Project Fame,
2008.
So you've been in the industry since then, or even before then?
Well, definitely started before then, but I would just, if we're just going to go with the industry,
yeah,
I would start counting from 2009.
2009.
So
that's a long time.
Yeah, that's over 12 years.
Yes. Yeah. That's a very long time, and you have put in that work, and you've become a household name, especially when it comes to R&B, like correct R&B music in Nigeria. So break it down for me, right? Living in the limelight, is it a yes for you, or is it a no?
I mean, I'm in it.
Yes, but if you had a choice, would you be like, at those days where you're like, man, I wish I wasn't so rich and famous, or maybe I wish I was only rich,
well,
not so famous.
I mean, for me it's a yes and a no situation, because I mean, when you're in the limelight, there's certain things you definitely would not do or are not allowed to do. Not like you could
like
do it,
what?
but
Tell
it
me.
just feels they just in the name of branding.
Give me an example.
Frequently walking down the street going to buy suya on a road like Kefi Street. And I mean, well, I personally don't care, but I mean, you just get people saying, I think this guy's broke, I think things are not working right for him. I mean, people just interpret it in different ways.
Because they see you walking on the road.
Instance, yeah. So I mean, well, there are just certain things you would do naturally if you were not in the limelight. That when you get into the limelight, you actually have to curtail or just reduce it.
Have you ever tried to deny yourself in public before?
I always do that. I always do that. When someone, they would always come and say, sorry, you look like Praiz. My reply is, I always hate this thing. I hate when they like to liken me to this guy. It's like I'll start singing.
It's like you're my twin. I do it too. Like, are you Kel? I'm like, Kel, I don't know, but who does this girl look like? Because people always ask him, and I don't know who this person is. I mean, it can be stressful.
I always get this. It's like I'll start singing now because every time people sing, they say I look like this guy, the Praiz guy.
I say the Praiz guy. Oh my days. Let me ask you, what's like the wildest rumor you've ever heard about yourself?
I was gay.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's the wildest.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not so wild. Because I think in Nigeria especially, what people tend to do is if they don't see
shout out to the LGBTQ community. You know? I mean, our friends who are gay. But I mean, someone at one point said, okay, at that point in time, the car I was driving, that I used certain means to buy that car. So it was just an interesting, rumor to hear.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Like you paid for it on your back.
Well, that was a rumor. But I mean, I laughed. It was just very funny. It was funny. But I like it because it just shows that people think they know you and they actually don't. They really do not know.
I think the wildest one I heard about myself was that I got engaged at the beach.
I know it's good now.
Yeah.
That sounds nice.
Yeah. I mean, like, I wasn't even like that.
Very romantic.
Actually, no. There was. I've heard like top three. Top three was okay. The second one was when I was in LASU. I was asked to stand up throughout an exam because I was cheating. I'm like, huh? Another one, they say one guy tapped me in the club. I didn't answer him, and so he vexed, and I lost an 80 million naira deal. I say, it's inside the club that dashing people 80 million.
Back in the club.
What's the strangest fan interaction you've ever had that you're like in your head? You're like, wow, this guy.
So I think it was after a performance at whose show? Yeah, it was Alibaba show. I finished performing. There was a table assigned to me, like once I was done performing, to just in case I want to enjoy the show. So I was like, yeah, let me enjoy the show. So I mean, after performing, I went backstage, changed, then went in. I was walking to the table. Some lady held my hand. Yeah, and I told her, she was like, sorry, that was a really beautiful performance. I really do not do it, so I don't even know how I'm doing this, but you actually made me wet. And I'm like, I mean, I was smiling, but I didn't know how to respond.
You don't have a tissue paper or towel. Please bring face towel.
I honestly didn't know what to say. All I had to say was thank you. What would my I was like, oh wow. I didn't see that coming. I did not see that coming. But I mean, it was good to know of such superpowers. Well,
I don't blame her, because you definitely have the voice to make things happen with people's physiology. Okay, so we've spoken about the downsides of fame, which is basically you have no anonymity. What's the upside?
Well, upside, you tend to get a lot of things easily, or it's less stressful to get some things done. Also opens you up to opportunities that could help you build and harness other sources of income besides music. And
that's no for real, because because you're the first person who I've spoken to who has looked at it from that angle. Most people would say, oh, okay, like the freebies, the of course you get to do what you love, but they don't look at it from an angle of you could use this as not really a stepping stone, but as a window to another side hustle that can bring in more income, because that's very important.
Yeah, very important.
You can't be singing 24/7, especially in an industry that is as unstable as ours. Yes, it's getting some structure, but still not there. So you have to think, okay, yes, this is all nice, but what else can I get into? So that's actually very important. So now I want to ask you, if you had to pick another career path.
I was going to play football.
Wait, were you any good? Were you any good?
No, I was good. It's so funny that, no, for real. It was so funny that when I got on Project Fame, like everybody, then I stayed in Kaduna, everybody, my team, my coach, nobody knew like I used to sing or I used to do anything or produce. When he saw my TV, everyone was shocked. When I came back, my coach was like, "Oh, so you get this kind of talent? You can't follow us the train on that." See, when I go see you, I just defined that for pursue you from here. So it was just very. I mean, it was if I wasn't going to do music, I probably would be playing football. And guys, don't get me wrong, I'm educated. I studied computer science.
Sorry, we did not say you're not educated. You're sure that is off.
It's easy to just want to say or think, But yeah, I mean, I'm not a 9-to-5 guy. It's so funny. I actually.
Did you ever try it before?
I knew I wasn't going to even survive, so
you didn't even bother.
I told as a kid, I told my dad, I was like, man, Dad, this 9-to-5 thing, I don't think is my kind of. He laughed. He was like, just go to school and just do what you go to school first. We'll talk about that
later. But did you ever tell him that, I want to sing, I want to pursue this music career, and that's your focus? Did you ever just have that conversation with him while you were still in school, or did you wait until you finished school?
So he always saw things that I loved and things I loved doing, and my parents are very observant, and I didn't have that conversation at first, but I mean, when he saw that it was serious, he called me and he was like, "Yo, you have to finish school. When you're done with school, you could do whatever you want." So yeah, we had that conversation. He just wanted me to just be done with school first,
so that you just have an education. Don't be one of those artists that when they ask you interview question, you be like, and so that
say yes, it has. So what kind of music are you putting out? Do you have any new record?
Yeah. It's nice. When I started working in media, we all had to do like red carpet events. Was part of what we were supposed to do when I was in TV. And there was a particular artist. So the movie that we were going to premiere, I'm not. You won't put me in trouble.
I mean, we're closer to knowing who the person is. But I said, what was his name? So that means this guy. Slowly we'll get there.
Wow. The movie was about domestic violence, and so I was asking people basically, what they thought people who were in situations like that could do to better protect themselves, and how relevant they thought the movie was as relates to what people go through. The guy said, yeah, domestic violence, it's bad, it's very, very bad. Yeah, it's bad.
Shout out to the producer.
Okay, we're gonna take a brief break, right? And when we come back, if you oh my days, I'm gonna open up the phone lines a bit, as well as the WhatsApp lines. My name is Kel. I'm in the powder room with Praiz, and I'll be right back.
You're listening to the Powder Room.
What's good, everybody? It's about Praiz, and I'm chilling with Kel in the powder room. Rich Praiz. Praiz.
Praiz. Praiz. Praiz. Praiz. Praiz.
You're very foolish.
So guys, like, subscribe, repost, post, tweet, drop comments on this page. You already know. It's your boy Praiz.
You're listening to The Powder Room.
All right, you're welcome back. This is The Powder Room. My name is Kel and I'm here with Praiz, who has been cracking me up so much. So we're talking about living in the limelight. So before the break, we spoke about a lot of things when it comes to work, but now I want us to move into the love angle, right? But in the meantime, if you'd love to be a part of the conversation, you can send me a message on WhatsApp on 0809 234 5913 if you have any question for Praiz. Okay, and of course, shout outs to the two winners that I had from the giveaway on Instagram. So yes, I'm going to be giving out the cans of Star Radler on Instagram because this show is just 30 minutes. There's not enough time for it. So make sure that you follow me at Kel Online and of course follow the show at TPR Podcast NG. Follow Star_Radler and follow at Lagos Talks 913. Yes, I know it's a lot of handles, but that's how we do. All right, Praiz, let's get back into the conversation. Are you in love right now?
At the moment, no.
When was the last time you were in love?
Are
you laughing? It's a simple question.
Oh, mercy.
Lover man, when if you remember.
No. I remember. I think it was 2018.
And was it a wholesome love? Was it good?
Well, it started good.
And then
another period I sing for Sunday. This guy had his shout on the song. I was screaming, bro.
You love or shaking?
No, it was a heartbreak song.
Wait, hang on. That song they had. Okay, I need to listen to that song again because I swear that I thought it was like a celebration of love song.
Yeah?
So they break it out to go studio. A yar.
Wow,
A yar. So do you think that being in the limelight affects your ability to find love or to keep love? Do you think it plays a role?
Sometimes it does. Because people have, especially when you're in the limelight, there's a cliche. There's how they look at. There's a certain way they look at people who are in the limelight. There's a certain way they believe we behave, our character, our habits. So most times, even without,
you think it's true? Is there some basis to it?
Some people, yes. For some people, it's not the case. So it's usually harder for people to date or fall in love with someone who's in the limelight. But I mean, to be honest, if you get to know the person, you just see that you're like, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. It's not that deep.
Is it easy for you to meet people? Being in the limelight, like I'm sure if you open up your DMs now, we'll be seeing things that would even make the devil be like, wow, what's happening here?
Like,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like some pictures of a suggestive nation. Some propositions. Like, hello, I love your voice. It makes me feel a little bit tingly in my nether regions. I like a night with you or two.
It's not your fault.
No, but
an experience.
Wait, but hang on. But are you telling me that your DMs are not full of people like trying to hit you up and get with you?
Well, I mean, I get messages like that, but I mean, I really do not entertain them because I don't know you. Yeah.
So at all, you've never started speaking to somebody off of social media? If perhaps maybe you have some mutuals, like you both follow like the same people.
Nah, I think we probably would have met first.
Oh, okay.
Well, I've met some people, but it wasn't on that love level or trying to be intimate. Nah, I haven't been on that level when it comes to social media. I'm very guarded. Trust me.
Now, for Lash, they really did a number on you.
No, I mean it's not even that. It's just being cautious because like we have many people are running mad. People are moving mad.
Many are mad, few are roaming.
Social media, so you have to be very careful. And I'm actually not a fan of scandals. So like if you just do a search of me, you won't find one. And it's just me being intentional and just being very careful with the way I live my life. Yeah.
Did you think that generally it's going to affect your ability to meet somebody and get in a relationship?
No, I don't think so.
What's the biggest misconception you think people have about you?
Some people say I'm a snob. Yeah, which I don't think is true. When I'm on my own, I just keep to myself and just mind my business.
Like a little baby boy. Like, I'm just happy to be here, I'm just minding my business.
You won't see me just opening my 32 and just smiling around, hoping people would.
I know, I think that's thing. It's so weird.
I've heard one or two people, say, I thought you were until I'm like, yeah, it's always like that.
Yeah, I actually can relate. So what's like the typical day in the life of Praiz? Wait, hang on. Praiz the musician and then just Praiz the guy who is just, chilling.
Typical day in the life of Praiz.
Praiz the musician first
the
of
musician. All. Let me sing that Two-Face song. I wake up in the morning and what was it?
And I brush up my teeth.
No, my well brush.
I mean, I would hope so. That you would brush your teeth.
If I didn't use to brush, nobody would be in this room, man. But yeah, seriously, typical day in the life of Praiz the musician. Wake up in the morning, do what I have to do, say my prayers, brush my teeth and the rest. I'm always in the studio. I'm always recording. I'm recording every day. In as much as some people will say, you record every day, you've not heard the song, you've not put out a song, you've not put out a
I was going to mention that, but because I remember there was one recording that I had me, you and Neola, and till today, we just sing the song for our mind. But guys, continue.
If you want to know the truth about this story, they fled. They did not return. Did I produce or not?
Yes, you did. And you said you would send me a mix down, which you did not.
I did. I sent it.
You did not.
I sent it to. Okay, well, I'm going to argue tonight.
Anyway, this is not the time for it.
But yeah, I mean, typical day. I'm always in the studio. I'm an indoor.
You're a homebody.
Yeah,
I'm a
homebody. Like I'm always indoors.
Okay, so what about Praiz the guy?
Almost the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Praiz the musician, Praiz the guy. See, it's white on rice. They're the same. Like you can't separate them. That's why it's hard for me to just be in some certain circles or just do some certain things. I'm very
coded.
Yeah.
Very like a ninja.
Say coded. I'm very private. Best put. I'm private.
What's wrong with the word coded?
Coded. You use coded now. You say this guy.
Oh, he's a bad boy.
Let's use private. I'm very private.
You're a very private person. Yeah. But do you go out much though? Because you know what they always say. Well, people say it to me that if you want a man, no man is going to climb through your window. Even though a man climbed through Rapunzel's window, I'm just like, it's not that big of a deal. But do you think that eventually, if you're ready to open yourself to be put out there again, you need to be out there?
Yes, they say that. I actually don't go out a lot. I try to walk in it. I mean, we used to be outside.
I don't know what you speak of. I'm a child of the Lord. I used to be outside inside church.
I think I've been outside so much.
I know, it's lost its appeal.
So yeah, right now, I mean, guys, don't get me. I'm not an old guy. I'm still a young boy, but come on. I just find comfort. I find peace in my space.
Plus, outside is so expensive these days. Just cough. 500k. Savings are current. What do you think is the hardest thing about being with somebody who is in the limelight?
One of the most challenging things with being with someone who is in the limelight is trying to, especially if there is no good communication between both partners, is trying to identify if this person is a friend, fan,
or something more.
Side piece, yeah.
And because the way people just run up to you and greet you like they've known you from Tete.
And like when I was in Project Fame, they used to tell us, like when you see the fans, whether you're sad, whether you're sick, just smile, because you do not know whose life you're changing. Once they see you and you just say hi to them, you make their day.
Stressful.
So like I actually grew in the industry with that mentality, knowing that you always have to be nice to the fans. You never know what you're going through. Maybe your handshake, your smile could just make them feel better, So you see people in Limelight who are very nice. People are very cautious about people who are nice. Sometimes
because they're like, why are you so nice to everybody?
Sometimes it's just who you are, But some ladies do not like it when their man is nice.
And he seems easily like accessible.
Yeah, actually, put it that way. But sometimes people walk up to you, it's not because you're easily accessible. Okay, you in a space, you go out to eat. Maybe you and your friend, and someone sees you, they just hi, waving. You just wave to you wave back. Then the person now walks up to you and says, please, I don't mean to disturb, I know you're having a private time, please can I have a picture, I'm a big fan of you. The person now shows you the first album you dropped that you thought nobody had. What would you do?
You have to oblige.
Sometimes some situations are very interesting, but it boils down to who's your partner, how understanding are both of you, and where do you guys draw the line? Last it boils down to communication.
Okay, my last question is, would you rather end up with somebody who is in the industry? Do you think that would be easier, or would you rather end up with somebody who is not a part of this world?
To be honest, I really do not care what you do, just as long as you bring,
as long as you love me.
Like for real, because like the older you get, you just understand life on a different level. I mean, before we say, God forbid, I'll never marry someone from this. Who wants to marry you that is in the industry? So like,
you're rude.
So man, sometimes you just have to just take a chill pill on some things you used to think. It boils down to both of you and how you guys feel together, and basically what you guys bring to the table for yourselves.
Okay, all right, this has been quite an interesting conversation. I actually really, really loved it. So, ladies and gentlemen, you heard from Praiz himself. Living in the limelight has its ups and downs. Loving in the limelight has its ups and downs as well. It's just so that if you break the heart of an entertainer, you might just be their next inspiration for their next song.
Just don't date someone who's petty. You date someone like me, because I didn't really use her name,
I didn't invite you here to come and be advertising yourself to the single market. Say date somebody like me.
So you don't want me to find love?
No, you will find love.
I should come outside. Now I'm outside.
No, what, we are going to church next week. Singles meet and greets. We'll find you a nice church girl.
What makes you think you're a church girl?
Maybe that's what you need in your life. Okay, we have to go. Any final words? What should people expect from you, from the music or whatever? Or should they just leave you alone? You're resting for now. They should enjoy the ones you've been giving them, so we could just wrap up and head out.
Shout out to everyone who tuned in tonight. It feels good to be on the radio. This is my first time this year. Shout out to Kel. New music coming out pretty soon. So stay tuned. Stay logged with me on my Instagram official Praiz, and what's doing.
All right, it has been an amazing conversation. You can follow me on Instagram at Kel Online. Follow the show, The Powder Room. That's at TPR Podcast NG. That's where I will be dropping the questions for the giveaway, so you can win yourself some amazing cans of a Star Radler. I already had 2 winners today. Who knows? I might be feeling generous again and drop maybe another question for the weekend. All right. Also follow at Lagos Talks 913. Also follow at Star_Radler. And I will be here same time next week, having another amazing conversation with another beautiful person. Till then, it is peace, love, and magic. We're stepping out of the powder room.
Goodbye.